sex talks at the Youth League for the over-16s. Actually, it's out of date now. They're getting techniques to replace marriage.
With Catherine, there wasn't anything to replace.
You must have hated her.
Eventually, that's right.
Darling.
This is the unforgivable crime, you know that.
Between party members, I know.
And then in the end, we can't win, you know that?
Yes.
Just that some kinds of failure are better than other kinds, that's all.
How long do you think before they find out?
6 months, if we're careful. A year, 5 years.
We'll be careful and clever, too. We'll find other places like this, better ones.
Sometimes we'll only be able to manage a word to each other passing in the street, and then there'll be those
We won't
times...
give up.
No.
We might even be able to find a secret place that's just our own.
Yes.
It's a challenge, and we're going to accept it. No, darling. This is me. My hand, my arm, my face. Let's enjoy being alive.
I could let you have the room. Not many people come into the shop. I don't suppose I should get in your way. Everyone needs a place where they can be alone occasionally. Privacy is a very valuable thing. If they have such a place, well, it's only common courtesy on the part of anybody who knows about it to keep his knowledge to himself.
Thank you.
I should have to charge you a little rent, though.
Oh, of course.
Just to cover expenses. Shall we say $5 a week?
Yes, and I'll pay a month in advance.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I'll go up myself this evening and thank you. Put the room to rights.
Thank you.
By the way, there are 2 entries to the house. One of them gives onto a little lane at the back.
Oh.
I mean, the main streets are so crowded nowadays, you can scarcely fight your way through. It's always the same when we get to Hate Week.
Only I'd stop it just for a minute.
What?
The hates. Day after day from every telescreen. There's no escape from it.
That's what they've turned love into. All this marching up and down and waving flags and cheering. Simply sex gone sour.
You mean they depend on that hysteria all bottled up?
They can't bear to feel anything else. When you make love, you use up a lot of energy and then you feel all warm and happy inside. You don't give a damn for Big Brother and the 3 years plan. Oh, darling, I nearly forgot. I want you to stay just there. You're not to see me for the next 3 or 4 minutes. To make sure you better turn around.
But what are you going to do?
Please, I'll let you know when you can look.
The Prole Woman. That's a Prole Feet song, isn't it?
Last month, sister. Number 23665, out of date.
The product of an electronic machine, and she sings it as if it meant something. She's as solid as a pillar, as sturdy as... Do you know, Julia, she's beautiful.
I saw her yesterday and meet her across the hips easily.
That's her style of beauty. Strong heart, strong arms, toughened by 20 years of childbearing. Julia, if there's any hope for the future, it lies in the Proles.
Pro?
85% of the population. If only they became conscious of their own strength, all they need is to rise up and shake themselves like a horse shaking off flies. They'd throw off the party.
Conscious? They're like a horse, all right. Don't you remember the old slogan, pros and animals are free? Darling, they think they're free now.
Free to work themselves to death. Free to enjoy the filth that's peddled to them by the party, drugs, foul books.
Hey, my life's work. Darling, they love it all. The party gives them exactly what they want.
If only there was some way to show them. Do you think the Brotherhood...
What about the Brotherhood?
It's just struck me being able to talk about it. I've never done that in my life. Do you think Goldstein's Brotherhood really exists?
No.
Why not?
Rebel against the party, be too stupid.
There's that inner party man at Minitrue, O'Brien. I've always thought that he's a man you could trust if only you'd get him alone. You know, once, it was just after the 2 minutes hate, I caught his eye.
Darling, you can turn around now.
Your face.
You like it?
Yes.
Pro-women use this stuff. I don't know if I put it on right. The dress doesn't fit very well. 30 years ago, it belonged to Mrs. Charrington. This is my style of beauty. At least I'm a woman now. And I belong in this room, don't I? How old do you think everything is here?
More than the rest. 50 years, 100.
Pictures at 100 years old?
What's more, it's probably 2. You can't tell the age of anything nowadays.
I've seen that place somewhere before. What is it?
It used to be a church. St. Clement Danes, its name was. Oranges and lemons, say the bells of St. Clement's.
I owe you 5 farthings, said the bells of St. Martin's. When will you pay me, said the bells of Old Bailey.
Do you know it?
I can't remember any more.
Who taught it to you?
My grandfather when I was a little girl. Winston, forget about the Brotherhood. The clever thing to do is what we're doing now. Just to break the rules and stay alive. The kettle's boiling. I'm going to make some coffee.
Well, I brought some. It's over there.
Ugh, victory coffee. I've got something much better than that. Jason Flinders manicure set. The tools of my trade, concealing. 1/4 of inner party coffee.
Where did you get hold
Black
of it?
market. There's nothing these inner parties fine don't have. And look, real sugar, not saccharin.
Oh.
Darling, will you make the coffee?
Yes, I will.
Oranges and lemons, let the bells of St. Clement's. You'll find What was it?
It was a rat.
A rat. What a fuss to make, and a mess. Oh, yes, there's the hole. I'll have to bung it up with some of that broken plaster. Oh, my darling, you're trembling. Come and sit down.
I don't like rats, that's all.
Tell me. There is something to tell, isn't there?
Yes, but I never had to anyone. It's horrible.
Go on.
It was when I was small. I don't know what age, but small. My father had disappeared, and I lived with my mother and my little sister. She was just a baby, and sick nearly all the time, like a thin monkey. You see, there was hardly any food to eat. I remember screaming at my mother because I was so hungry. She used to give me hers, but even that was so little. I wanted all there was. I couldn't help it. And one night, they took my mother away for questioning. And as soon as she had gone, I went to the cot where my sister was lying, snatched the piece of bread she had. I don't think she noticed she was so weak. I ran out and far away, and I ate the bread. I didn't go back until next morning. The house was dark. There was no mother. I went to my sister's cot, and I looked in.
You mustn't say it. You must.
The rats had been. Oh, please.
And now, don't think about it anymore.
But I dream. You see, when something bad happens, that same night I see the cot. The last time it happened was after they took some...
I'm going to put the kettle back. Make that coffee.
He's dead. Did I tell you?
No.
You see, every day I've looked at the notice board, the printed list of the chess committee. And this morning there was nothing crossed out, and his name wasn't there. He doesn't exist. He never existed.